What's up, ninjas? What's going on? See where we're at, right? Not as bad as the very first time. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Even with all the rain we've had, not bad at all. What you think? What you think? Can't hear you, man. What you think?
It'll be quick.
It'll be quick? Yeah, I think so too. Zippity-doo, zippity-da. Hey, buddy. Dog in the window.
I guess the little cutie in the window is a little mess maker.
In the back porch?
Oh, no, backyard.
Why? Cardboard or what?
No.
Toys?
No, it's everywhere. I'm talking about like here. Like they do not clean up.
Grenades everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere.
Sounds like a weed eating job. Don't you just hate it when you got grenades everywhere? Grenades, bombs, well, they're grenades. Once you step on them, kaboom! That's it.
Start finding landmines.
All right, we're gonna get started. I don't know if I'm gonna record here, probably not. You guys have seen it by now. We're gonna be in and out of here real quick, so. But I did want to show you that how it looks after that first cut. Definitely more manageable. And we've just been mowing, man. We just knocked out 3 big ones back to back. You know why? Because it's Thursday. You know what Thursday is, ninjas? Thirsty Thursday. We thirsty for these yards. Let's get this done. So we can't even start without discovering something. What is it?
Snake skin.
Snake skin, which means what?
He's around here somewhere.
He's rolling around here somewhere.
He's probably up under all that net.
That's exactly probably where he is. There it is, ninjas. I don't know. Showed him the camera up close. Woo! Keep an eye out, though. You never know. With the mower and the noise, might, you know, scare him and he might run out and then go up your pants and you're screwed. Literally. Just finished. Didn't cut it too low, even though this is a bi-weekly, but I wanted to show you the situation back here, which is the same situation as last time. Look. This whole, right over there too. So it's like this whole section right here. Sit in water. Come on, Noah. I even told the boy not to go in there. Ugh. Anyway, dust. Remember I told you this customer tried to do it by himself? How tall it was the first time? Yep. That's right, ninjas. He tried it with that. He tried it with a Sunjo. Sunjo. But hey, it's got a 2-year warranty. So that's always good. Noah, blow her off and I'll meet you down there. I'm gonna go ahead and head down to the truck. I just finished this one, ninjas, and as you can see, it's got a for sale sign as well. It is what I've been trying to tell you. Noah just started blowing off. He's about done. I just got in here, but I don't know what's going on, but I've had more customers just selling their homes and moving, or elderly, like couple who are, you know, going to an old folk home. Things like that, more this year than any other year. There's just absolutely nothing you can do about that. Like this perfect example right here. I've had this yard for 6 years, 5-6 years, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, something like that. And they're just selling their home. So you will come across situations like this, and there's just absolutely nothing you can do. What can you do? When people are just moving, they're just moving. And all you can do is just hustle and start to get more accounts and answer to more quotes. You know, like a year ago, last year, I was turning jobs down left and right. But this year, I'm losing customers because they're just moving. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. It seems like it's happening this year. I mean, it is actually happening this year more than ever, but I just started watching.
We're gonna go do some edging for tomorrow's mulch job, so let's go. This is our brush pile we gotta load up, guys.
Just watching some DLT right there, boys.
Poison ivy or anything?
What's up, Ninja Noah?
No.
Oh, Noah Ninja. Which one do you prefer? Where's the ninja hat? Home. Why?
I didn't wash the
Oh,
sweat
you,
off of
you
it.
didn't wash it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely got to wash those occasionally. A lot of you have been hitting me up and asking me, so we're going to talk about this probably after these next couple yards, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it. I think a lot of people are getting into the whole stand-on mowers. I really do. A lot of people are sending me pictures, emails, or DMing me on Instagram telling me that they just purchased it, or they're about to, or they're looking into one. And then a lot of people are just asking me, and I think I've touched on this, but why did I choose to go with a stand-on mower? Is that what I've always ran? And I'm assuming a lot of these questions are with fairly new ninjas who just joined the channel. And you know, if it's something that I've always ran, why would I recommend it over a sit down? What do I think of comparing the two, sit down versus standing? What do you think, Noah, so far? Stay tuned. Oh my gosh. All right, ninjas, we are at our last property, but I figured I'd take some time to finish the video and really talk about a couple of pointers of why I would recommend the stand-on mower compared to a sit-down mower. And then we're gonna get to mowing this yard and call it quits for today. But so as you guys seen, all my mowers are stand-on mowers, and I've even got a stand-on aerator as well at home and another 61-inch ZK. So I've ran nothing but sit-down mowers for many, many years. Actually, probably for the first 6-7 years of my business, and I love them. They're great, and I got used to them, and they were awesome. But I ran into some trouble with a specific company, and I just got fed up, and I was ready to change brands. Well, while I was in the market shopping, I stumbled upon the right mowers. But that's not what this video is about. This video is more about the stand-on situation, as there is other brands that are stand-on as well. But I ended up going with the right brand. But I was very skeptical at first, and I think a lot of people are. I really do. I think, and one of the things that was, to me, was like, didn't even know I had that. On me. I was like, why is my head? One of the things to me was, gosh, I don't want to stand the whole day that I'm mowing. And I think that was really one of the key issues to me, and I think that's maybe a lot of people. So I was very skeptical, but I ended up demoing one right there at the dealership in the parking lot. A lot of you guys who've been with me for a while remember that video. And I tried it out, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love how it felt, how I had control of it, and some of the super easy things or different things that make our jobs easy as lawn care professionals. So for example, bring them on over here. What I wanted to show you guys is, first of all, you're not standing all day, because 9 times out of 10 you're mowing probably 20, 30, 40 minutes a yard, then you're back in the truck driving. So I think between the jobs that we sit in the truck, we sit long enough in the truck to take a break between jobs and whatnot. That's number one. 2, even if you are mowing an hour, 2 or 3. I have mowed yards with 2 hours, 3 hours, and it is not what I thought. And I want to make this video because I've gotten a lot of questions, and I know I've covered a lot of this, but I never made a video like this, so I really want to just focus on why I would recommend stand-ons versus sit-downs. So one of the things is, first of all, it's very comfortable. Okay, so you've got this platform here, and you've got the suspension underneath, which are rubber, kind of like rubber bushing, so to say, and you're very comfortable. You want to bring them around to the front over here, Noah, and if you look, when you're sitting down on the mower, first of all, they're a lot heavier. To me, sitting down, you get lazy. Back to this, as I was saying, when you're standing, you really have visibility in front of you, your whole surrounding. When you're sitting down, you don't. You can't see really down by your deck. You can't really see on the sides, and you definitely can't see behind you, right? Because you've got the huge engine behind you. With a stand-on mower, you've got the visibility up front, you've got your engine that you can see if you ever needed to, or it started to, you know, make a noise or whatever where it would catch your attention. You're more likely to see it if it's in front of you. Also, if I need to be backing up or anything, super easy. I just turn around and I can see no problem. But I think two factors for me were hills and getting on and off the mower. So when I say hills, stand-on mowers actually eliminated having to have walk-behinds, because walk-behinds, what's wrong with walk-behinds, ninjas? They are slow. They are great for those hill jobs, side, you know, where it's in a hill or a slope. That's what they're made for. But the problem is, not all your yards are on a hill. So when you do own one, you tend to use it on even regular yards, but you're only going 7-8 miles an hour. Compared to a stand-on, you're going to be going to full speed, just like a sit-down, which is about 12 or 13, give or take. So they have eliminated having a walk-behind. Now look, now there are some hills that are even crazy. As you guys know, the Hamburger Hill and McDouble that we have, that are even crazy for a stand-on, but this is my insight on that. If it's too crazy for me to put a stand-on mower on it, I probably wouldn't be comfortable to put a walk-behind on it as well. But the access, so when you're sitting, guys, you're sitting, and then if you see something in front of you or on the side of you, you got to pick it up. So there's two things you can do: stop, put it in park, you know, disengage the blades, get up, reach it, move it out of the way, whatever, and then come back to the mower and sit down. Or a lot of guys have those, what do you call those, the little handles that,
grabbies,
yeah,
whatever,
that you can
like
pick
that.
stuff up and put it in your, this, I'm standing, guys, and if I come up to something, pick it up, and I'm back on the mower and back in action. Now look, stand-ons have not only eliminated, of course, the walk-behinds for me personally, but they have increased my production, so to say, right? I am able to take on more jobs now than I have 2 years ago. A lot of you ninjas will know what I'm talking about, the ones who've been following me from the very beginning. I used to run a sit-down mower and 2 walk-behinds, and 90% of the time we'd be running the walk-behinds and then, you know, use the sit-down 61-inch for some of the really bigger areas. But a lot of times you can't put a 61 on that, on the certain yards, so you know, we ended up just using the 48s. But they're also going 7-8 miles an hour, which means a lot slower, and I had less yards than I have today, and we were fighting to keep everything up. We'd have to end up working Saturdays and Sundays, at least half a day, to be able to complete the week. It's a lot on the body, it's a lot on the employees. Man, it just plays a toll on everybody. So back to the original story. When I was in the market, I ended up giving Wright a chance. I ended up buying one, and I fell in love with it. I ended up buying another. I fell in love with it. I ended up buying another. Guys, to me, these are seriously revolutionary. They have changed my business. I'm able to take on more yards and be more efficient on them. And get them done a lot faster. So anyway, if you want to walk around, just kind of give you a little insight of, now that is a Ninja mower. That is a personalized mower right there. A lot of you will know this. I guess I'm kind of talking to some of you maybe who are new to the channel, but so this was something that the right manufacturer decided to make one on behalf of my brand, my name, which we are the Ninjas. And so it's basically a ZK, but different color scheme. And then, you know, they did a little bit of they tricked it out a little bit with the big wheels, and if you want to shoot them also when you come around to the front when you get there, but they cut it in the frame. This is not a sticker, this is actually a cutout. You got the LED bar in the front, the wheels, everything else is about the same as a regular ZK besides those things. But so they personalized that for me. But this is your ZK 52. Now the ZK is coming in 52 and a 61. Then you do have the X's, of course, and then you have the Intensity, which is this right here, which are the smaller ones for your back gates, backyard small gates. Those are EFIs, fuel injected. I have not had any issues with any of these engines at all. I actually have another ZK at home. Like I said, a lot of you know this, but some of you who are new may not. And the other one is a 61, just like the green one, except it's yellow. It's just a regular ZK. Let me just show you, and they're all basically the same, except this is not the EFI. So the 36's Intensities do not have the fuel injected. They are carbureted. It is very simple. They're all about the same. The only difference with the Intensity and the ZKs is the deck lowering is on the left, but the ZKs, the deck lowering is on the right, which I'll show you there in a sec. And then they swapped it. I'm not sure why they did that, but the brake is here, and on these the brake is over here. I'm sure there's a reason why they had to do that, because it's a smaller frame. But these are your regular tires. Now they are run flats in the front, so you don't have to worry about that. Kawasaki engine on the small ones. I'm pretty sure that's the only ones that the small mowers offer. Now you can get the Kawasaki's and the ZKs as well, which is what I had originally. The first two that I owned were both Kawasaki's. I've ran nothing but Kawasaki's, even when I had the sit-down mowers. It's just a brand that I've trusted. I've never really had any issues with it. But I was challenged by my dealer to try these new Vanguard's 37 horsepower EFIs, not only because of the fuel savings, but because the power. You know, you're talking 10 horses difference from the Kawasaki to the Vanguard. And like I said, no issues so far whatsoever. Just regular oil changes and maintenance and stuff like that. And like I said, the only difference with this one is the wheels and all that, but the wheels is the new thing. And I'm telling you, I was skeptical about the wheels, just like I was skeptical about the stand-on mowers, but those are a lifesaver and a life changer. You want to take any of these mowers on a hill, if you put wheels on it. Now come back around, let me show them this. This actually has a 2-inch spacers as well. So if you look at the back, you can see how wide the tires are from the frame. They're pushed out because there's 2-inch spacers on each wheel. Now, one thing I will tell you this: if you're in the market for a 36 stand-on mower, these mowers are absolutely terrible on hills. Do not purchase this mower if all you have is hills, or you're planning on using it on hills. That is not what this is for. This is definitely for just those small gated backyards. I tried to put this mower on a hill, and it was a negative. 52s do perfectly fine on a hill, but if you really want to put it extreme to the limit, 61 is the way to go, because you've got the wide deck, which brings me to the next topic. The thing with these stand-ons, now I'm not sure about other brands and other manufacturers, but these, the engine goes down with the deck, which is phenomenal. So when I discovered that, and when I was being taught and educated from the dealer about this, I was very impressed. At first I was just kind of like, why? What would be the benefit? But there is a big benefit to it. So when you drop the deck, the engine goes down with it. what we don't realize a lot of times, when the engine goes down with it, you are to the ground, so it balances the weight. The weight is pressed down with the engine and the deck, and that is why these things are phenomenal on hills, because now you are sitting completely down on the ground. Also, where you're standing, a lot of the walk behinds, or I'm sorry, other stand-ons, you're standing behind the machine. I don't know, Noah, if you can come around and see me. So a lot of them, you'll have the machine cut off right here, and you're kind of standing behind it like this. I know there's other brands that do that. I think just this year or this last year, other brands started to make mowers similar to this, where you want to be standing in between the wheels. Why? Again, same reason as the engine is going down. You are literally inside, in the middle of the machine, in between the wheels. Fuel tanks on both sides, and they are ran all together, so when you fill both of them up, they both are being used as one. Why I would recommend a stand-on in general. Now look, it doesn't matter the brand. No matter what brand you have and what brand that you personally have a connection to and like, and you've had good experience, if you've had a good experience with whatever brand you have been using, I say stick with it, that's fine. But this is about stand-on versus sit-down. It doesn't really matter what brand. I would totally recommend a stand-on over a sit-down any day. I think sit-downs will still have a place, as I mentioned, in this community or in this industry. Try it out. I would recommend it. It's changed my business. It's changed the way I run my business and how efficient I can be. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'll ever go back to a sit-down mower. I really don't. If I ever end up owning one, it'll just be for the heck of it, or, you know, maybe as a backup or whatever. But I think professionally, as running a professional lawn care company, standing is the way to go. Does not matter what brand, as I've mentioned. To me, I am connected with Wright because I have had great experience with Wright. They have the ultimate respect. The dealer is absolutely amazing, and the company itself is also a family-owned, smaller company compared to some of the other big dogs in the industry. So I am always all about supporting a smaller company or a family-owned company than some manufacturer, or I should say a corporation, or
You gotta thank the little guy.
yeah. So I'm all about that. I hope this helps you. I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to at least dedicate some time to really give you my input on why I chose to stand instead of continue to use the sit-downs. Besides, if you're running a business or whatever it is that you're doing and you're proud of what you're doing, you worked hard to build it up, I personally say I'd rather do it standing tall than sitting down. Peace!